If you are just now joining us, we are following a shooting situation in Dallas ISD at Wilmer Hutchins High School. We have learned through sources that one student has been shot and transported. We've also been told that a suspect is in custody. We want to bring in our senior crime and justice reporter, Rebecca Lopez, who's been really using her sources to get us this information. Rebecca is joining us by phone. Is there any new information? Can you walk us through the information that you're getting now? And Rebecca, and I want to ask you this because I know you just know this so well. There is such a large conversation about armed officers on campuses, and each district situation is different. But when it comes to Dallas ISD, can you speak to the department, the Dallas ISD Police Department, because it is large, it's robust, and just what kind of investigation and what kind of resources the district has in situations like this? Rebecca Lopez, thank you. And she mentioned this, but Rebecca right now is working on an investigation of juvenile crime, just looking at this uptick, looking at this trend, so many situations involving our young people that are just devastating. We do want to go back out to Jobin Puneker, who is still on the scene. We spoke with him a few minutes ago. He was talking to parents and just really getting the emotion of how they feel being outside of this school, hearing the information that they're hearing. Jobin, what can you tell us? Fear when you see that father who was saying that his daughter called him, the words that she used to call him, with everything that we've seen, everything in our state, in the state of Texas, the situations the children are watching, students are watching, they're watching the news, they're hearing what's happening. So like you said, you can't imagine the fear that they have and the fear of the parents when they get that phone call. It's a little after 11:40 now. We know that Dallas Fire Rescue was dispatched at 10:36, so it's been a little more than an hour since they have been on the scene with their crews. We know that the student who was injured, sources tell us, has been transported. And like Jobin said, they're asking for time as they figure this out. I know we got a post on X from the district asking parents, to let them do what they need to do to not come to the campus so that they can have the space to do that. And, to your point, Dia, just looking at how large this campus is, looking at all the space that they have to cover to just look at all of this and make sure it's secure.
Well, we have some breaking news to tell you about this morning. A Walmart parking lot in Decatur turned into a crime scene overnight after police responding to a theft call shot and killed a man. It has been almost 3 years since 21 lives were lost after a gunman opened fire inside of Robb Elementary in Uvalde, Texas. It was one of the deadliest school shootings in U.S. history. And this morning, the city of Uvalde has reached a settlement with the families of those victims. Attorneys for the families confirmed this agreement. The city council approved it yesterday. And while the financial details have not been made public, the settlement includes a payout through the city's insurance. But for these families, this was not just about money. They also called for stronger police training and new fitness standards for officers. Today, the Dallas City Council is expected to finalize a big land deal that could add to the convention center expansion and shape the future of downtown. Well, it is time for this morning's Speed Feed. We are bringing you in with Goo Goo Muck by the Cramps, which you may recognize from the dance trend that went viral after season 1 of Netflix's hit show Wednesday. Well, this morning, we're learning more details about season 2. The streaming platform shared this poster as it plans to drop a teaser for the upcoming season today. Have you seen any of these videos? This morning, a TikTok trend is taking the phrase, "I'm so hungry I could eat a horse," to new levels. Take a look.
Which one of us are you gonna eat?
Questions that need answering, okay? The idea of the trend is to catch the person being recorded off guard by mentioning the name of a random person, an old friend, a pet. Some of these videos have millions of likes and views on TikTok. Taking a live look out on the roads this morning. Your time now is 5:31. This is I-35 South in Denton County. Take a look at that. We are keeping an eye on conditions as early morning showers roll through North Texas. As you can see, you will definitely want to grab the umbrella if you're headed out and definitely take it slow. Thank you for sticking with us on air and on WFAA+. I'm Morgan Young and for Kara Sewell. Janelle Ford is live outside of Wilmer Hutchins this morning. Dallas ISD says it's taking new steps to keep students safe, but Janelle, some families say they are not convinced. Well, a woman visiting Dallas is recovering after a violent attack while she was out for a jog. It happened downtown near Pacific Avenue and North Akard Street last Friday. Police say security cameras caught a man walking up from behind and punching her without warning.
What you just heard there was, Harrison really focusing on wanting to move forward, really doubling down on his team, doubling down on the decisions that he's made, and really hoping to kind of look to even next season, talking about the draft and also talking about, he did acknowledge that it was a tough season for the Mavs, but really attributed a lot of those difficulties to injuries. But of course, you know, like I just said, one of the very first questions, most of the first questions coming out of the gate were questions about the Luka trade, which of course is unsurprising. And one of the questions that really stood out was whether or not he anticipated the level of outrage from the Mavs fan base about that trade. And here's what he said about that. And he actually circled back on that comment when he was asked to clarify that later, saying, yeah, he did anticipate that there would be outrage, but he did not anticipate the level of outrage, and also doubled down on the fact that he believed that people would have been less angry. Fans would not have been so outraged had the team had a stronger season to finish. But of course, you know, it's no secret at all that through this process, fans at the games, you know, we've seen some of this on social media and some conflict here, calling for him to be fired, calling for him to lose his job. And one reporter in the room asked him why he should not be fired.
For a championship.
Now, one of the things that you did hear him say just a little bit ago was a championship caliber team. And one of the reporters actually asked if he believes that Luka is a championship caliber player. And he really, you know, kind of wanted to get around that question, saying that he felt that it was unfair to speak about Luka as he is not a member of the team now. He was also asked to respond to Luka's interview with ESPN's Malika Andrews last Friday, in which he said, you know, expressed some disappointment about the way he's been spoken about by Nico Harrison. And Harrison said that he felt that was mutual. He also, you know, said he was disappointed in this as well. One thing, of course, that he really wanted to focus on was, of course, moving forward, looking at the strengths of the team, he says next year they're going to be playing for a championship. And so we do have, I believe, a clip of him kind of speaking about the strategy, preparing for next season. He mentioned the draft and what the focus of the Mavs is moving forward.
Our goal is to bring a championship back to Dallas.
So you see a message of optimism there from Mavs general manager Nico Harrison. You know, he had a press conference to end the season this afternoon. It lasted about 30 minutes. Those were just some of the highlights. If you missed any of it, you should go watch the entire thing. It's on WFA Plus and our website. He talked about a number of things, the decision to trade Luka, some of the factors that went into that, and of course the strategy moving forward. Make sure you check out that full interview. Thanks for joining us on WFA Plus.